you are visiting Mackinac Island and you don't want to break the bank, I got you. This is what I recommend. So first of all, you're coming in October, immediately, good move. Not only is October a beautiful time to come visit Mackinac Island, it's also a time where you're going to see discounted prices around the island, whether that's lodging or shops just having things on sale. That was a smart move on your end. Now, the first expense you're going to have is getting to the island. I always go to and from Mackinac Island via St. Ignace, so I'm super familiar with those prices. I would recommend Arnold Transit versus Shepler's if you are trying to save money. Arnold Transit is going to have the cheaper parking prices. There are no longer any free options, but they have the less expensive option. And then out of St. Ignace, they have the classic boat, which is $22 per person for a two-way ticket versus the regular boat, which I think is like $38 per person, something like that. Check, my cat just meowed. Check Arnold Transit's website to verify and check the schedule. If you go over the bridge, that's $4 one way. If you have just a normal vehicle, they charge per axle. So like it can go up from there. Once you get to the island, it sounds like your priorities were walking around, eating food, seeing sights, and going on a carriage tour. Carriage tour tickets are going to be right across the street from the docks. If you get off Mac City, if you get off from St. Ignace, you have to walk down a little bit to get to the ticket office. Check out carriage tours for their current prices. They have different packages. I would recommend their tour that takes you to Arch Rock, because you're going to get the tour of downtown, and then you're going to go through the state park. You're going to get a few minutes at Arch Rock, and then they bring you back behind the fort and then back downtown. The fort is really cool. You can purchase a ticket with an add-on to go into the fort. I think that's great if you love doing that. If you want to save a few bucks, skip that and just do the carriage tour. I recommend for saving money on food. I don't know what you like to eat, what you planned on eating. Places that I recommend that are going to reduce costs are going to be like cafes or the grocery store. So Dowd's Market, the oldest grocery store in America, has a lot of grab and go foods. They have great hot pizza. They do hot sandwiches. They do cold sandwiches, salads, soda. My cat is so noisy right now. That's a great way to save money. Most restaurants have like soup and salad options, which are going to be reduced, usually the soup. What I like to do if I'm like wanting to eat out but not wanting to spend a lot and I'm with somebody else, I'll split like a breadboard or split a salad, and then we each get a cup of soup. That's a way to reduce the cost. Dowd's Market also has soup. I forgot to mention that. That's going to be the most inexpensive place to probably get soup. Watercolor Cafe, I love that place. You guys have heard me talk about it a lot. Great beverages and relatively inexpensive sandwiches and super yummy, good portions in my opinion. Walking around, you're going to see so many different sights. Just walking up and down downtown, venture into the state park if you want a little bit more of a view. The Pontiac Trail is a cool trail. I don't think I've shown you guys that yet. That is along the West Bluff. Great views if you can do stairs. I recommend doing that. And then shops are going to have things on sale. So like if you like to shop deals, October is a great time to go because there's a lot of clearance sections, and so you can really shop those clearance sections. So maybe ask or just look to see what's on sale and have fun. Honestly, one of my favorite things to do is to sit on a bench on one of the bluffs and look at the views, read a book from the lawn of Mission Point Resort. I just came back for a hike through the woods with my son. It's just like there's so much you can do that doesn't cost money. So I hope that helps, and I hope you have a great time.